Yo, what's up, guys? It's Topics here. A little bit of an impromptu video, just because I saw that 3 hours ago here, there were some more class tuning announcements made. And speaking that it is almost Saturday and the season is launching in 3 days, this is most likely, and I think the community pretty much agrees, this is going to be the last uh, tuning round uh, of the PTR and of the current patch right now, like before the season goes live. Um, but this is what I want to talk about right here. Okay, Protection Warrior Mountain Thane damage dealt by ionizing strikes reduced by 30%. Okay, this is this is not the best. Now I will say that we were the highest damaging tank. I know some people think that Brewmaster looked like it was just as high, if not a little bit higher. But what you have to remember is our raid buff is a lot stronger than Mystic Touch. And so if you add in the damage that we're increasing our teammates, it actually ends up being more overall damage by bringing a Protection Warrior than a Brewmaster Monk. So that being said, we were the highest damaging tank. The reason why I don't like this is because I feel like Protection Warrior should be the highest damage tank because it's what sets us apart from other tanks. Um, you don't always bring the highest damage tank. You sometimes bring the tank with the most utility, maybe bring the tank with the best synergy of the meta DPS classes. There's a lot of reasons to bring a tank. Damage isn't the only reason, but Warrior doesn't have any type of unique utility or niche utility, and it never really has. So the one thing that we can do to set ourselves apart is a lot of damage. Now I'm not going to ignore the fact that we have very good stops now. That hasn't always been the case. The fact that we have a short shockwave cooldown, and we have the longest AoE kick silence in the game with disrupting shout. Those are things that I'm not going to gloss over. And our raid buff is actually pretty strong now. In the grand scheme of WoW classes, it buffing attack power is something that helps a lot of classes more so in Mystic Touch. So we do have those things going for us, but I mean, compared to other tanks' utility, we're definitely lacking. So I've always believed that we should be the top damaging class. Whenever at time I see damage nerfs, I question it, especially because we weren't overly broken. Like nobody right now is talking about, oh, Warrior's so broken, it's so OP, it's way better than every tank. Like nobody's saying that. What they're saying is the tank balance is pretty good. Warrior has the best damage, and that's fine because it lacks in other areas, so it should have the best damage. But I'm done that rant. The reason I am on this video is because I'm on the PTR. I actually did take some time to set up my UI to some extent so that we could see how bad this nerf might turn out to be. Now, the nerf is to ionizing strikes. What is ionizing strikes? It is our tier set. So Thunder Blast has a 35% chance to call down 5 ionizing strikes on affected targets, and then the force set is ionizing strikes deals even more damage, but it also buffs your next Thunder Blast. There's a little bit of a synergy right there in your rotation. So what I'm going to be looking at is I'm just going to do, basic rotation of these target dummies for about a minute, and then I want to see what my overall looks like and how much ionizing strikes is doing, and then we'll go from there. So you can see the little ionizing strike animation every time I press Thunder Blast and I get an ionizing strike proc. Yeah, you see like the thunder or the lightning strikes come down from the sky. That's your tier set. It doesn't happen every single time you press Thunder Blast, but it does happen a lot because 35% chance is pretty high. And I think it can come down on like different amounts of targets too. So it's not always going to come down on all 5. It might come down on 1, 2, 3, but it's probably going to usually come down on at least a couple of them because it's 35% chance. So in a 5-target scenario, likelihood is it's going to strike 1 or 2 of the enemies. Alright, we're at 108, so let's just stop here. I think there's some bleeds ticking around, but anyways, you can see ionizing strikes is about 10%, so nerfing that by 30% means we're getting about a 3% overall nerf, right? It's not changing the synergy with Thunder Blast. It's not affecting that damage at all. It's only affecting the ionizing strike damage. So if ionizing strikes is doing 10%, I guess there's lightning strikes is the hero tree. That's not anything to worry about. It's only this. So nerfing this by 30%, it's probably a 3 to maybe 4% at worst nerf in our overall, which I honestly don't think is anything. So that's good news for us. Like we were doing, if you add in our overall damage and how much we were buffing other classes, the total damage we were adding to a key is like over 1 million more than anyone else. The baseline looks the same as Brewmaster, or around the same, but we're just adding way more overall with how much we're buffing other classes. So nerfing ionizing strikes by 30% only is about a 3 to 4% overall nerf to our damage, which honestly we're probably still the top damage tank, or the top contributing damage tank to the group's overall. So, do I think this is necessary? No, I don't. I still don't really understand why they saw fit to do this. Does it change how I feel about the class? No. Does it change the fact that we might be meta? No. There's actually a very good chance that Protection Warrior is meta in Season 3. So, all in all, not too bad. But I figured I'd just jump on here and show you guys and take a look at, how much damage ionizing strikes was doing, on target enemies for 5 minutes, and that should be a, reasonable estimation in a key, about 10%, maybe a little bit more if there's more targets, but yeah, not too bad, guys. So do not sweat this change. Do not worry about it. Anyone that's sandbagging, they're completely trolling, Protection Warrior is fine. Leave this video a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Shout out to all of the Patreon members. It's because of your support that I'm able to continue making Protection Warrior and World of Warcraft content. Thank you.